Good morning, Giants. Welcome to Wake Up with Giants TV. Have you ever wondered how to create miracles? We know. No, we don't know.
We don't know. How do you do it? We shouldn't have done this show.
Too late.
No, too late. We're in it. I'm sitting there waiting for the timer to count down for the show to start. And Ryan's like, are we going to wait till 7:05?
Yeah.
No, actually, no. We're scheduled at 7.
We're going.
Well, that's a miracle.
See, miracle number one.
Miracle number one already created.
Yeah. We're a whole 1 minute in.
How about this quote from Albert Einstein? 2 ways to live. You can live as nothing is a miracle, or you can live as if everything is a miracle. That's a possibility.
It's a possibility. I love the choice that it leaves there, right? That at any point, it's a miracle.
Yeah.
You choose.
Yeah, look at this. I'm going to pull up the etymology on it. Kind of an interesting word. Kind of going back to an object of wonder. Makes you wonder, something that makes you smile and laugh. That's interesting. I don't know. We can talk about that. Something astonishing, extraordinary, remarkable. So if a miracle is something that you weren't expecting and it comes through, there's Ryan Morris. Fantastic. So it's something that you can't really explain, but if you start to expect it, live your life from that perception that everything is a miracle, then you start to see that in your world. And so you do have a choice over how you perceive the world. And so, yeah, what comes up with that?
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I also think that it's like, to me, a lot of parts to that are an action word. The creation of miracles, like, we are designed to be creators,
right?
And I've every time I go into action, I have a thought or an idea. If I just let it sit, eventually usually it will fade or disappear, or the opportunity will pass for that to come about. When I have an idea and I act on it, when I do something about it, when I start moving, not knowing exactly how that's going to be accomplished most of the time, but starting to put in some work, some effort, some thought, some more thoughts, and some movement, those things a lot of times start to come true, start to come to fruition. I've experienced tons of miracles in the last few days, just trusting, ideas or thoughts that came to my head, and then acting upon those thoughts. Whether it's guests that have been booked for the show that I thought, there's probably no way that this person would do it, but you know what? I'm gonna trust. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go start pursuing this particular person. Even for us, the book, and how this came to be in a physical hard copy.
Yeah.
Right? You created this masterpiece, this amazing thing.
Well, all these versions of it, right? Like,
yes,
there's these versions that came about that were once just a thought. And then the miracle is that you can take something that's intangible, like a thought, and turn it to something that's in our reality. So it's even the journal that we're creating right now, going from the idea of being just an idea to creating it in our world. And that's where expecting a miracle comes in. I cut you off, so remember where you were at. Hopefully you got that still.
That was actually the line that I was going to go down.
Perfect. Man,
yeah. We're on the same road, Nicholas.
That's a miracle.
I just thought of the Princess Bride when like, you think they're all, bye boys, have fun storming the castle. You think you'll make it? It'll take a miracle.
It'll take a miracle. Miracle Max. He's dead. No, he's mostly dead. That's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so miracles, we create them every day. We choose to create them, and so miracles are created. And it's the idea that when you expect that the outcome will go in your favor, it often does. And what happens, what gets in the way of that is that we tell ourselves all the reasons why we can't. We create from why we can't, and that's very challenging. It's like running forward while running backward. You should try that on the show. Like,
Right now.
yeah, I think
No.
so. Run forward while running backward. It's super powerful. You'll win marathons that way. Yeah. Anyway,
Counterproductive, huh?
yeah, Usain Bolt probably doesn't use that method. But the idea is to create from the space of I can't, because that's what tends to happen is we tell ourselves all the reasons why we can't do it, and then we try and create from that space. Well, I would do it, and I could do that except, and then all those reasons flood in. And expecting miracles, creating miracles is the idea that you don't know how it's going to come about. You just know it's going to come about. And then you pursue it. Like the way that this book came about is different from what I had in mind, but it took going down the path for that to be a reality. And so we see it everywhere. It's like you said, you invite people, even if inside you might have this dis-ease, this uneasiness about whether they would say yes or not, you still pursue it. And it often works out. We get people that come back and say, yeah, I'd love to be a part of that.
That's exactly what happened yesterday. I
Yeah.
I had a particular guest come to mind, and we'll share that down the road, but had a guest that came to mind. Thought, hey, you know what? I'm going to figure out how to invite this individual. Then it turned out one of our league members had suggested this person months and months ago. But
Huh.
just like I plant seeds in your head about my ideas and to make them your ideas, and then eventually
Yeah.
you adopt them. This
Eventually I'm like, hey, I
it's a
got a
great
great
idea.
idea.
Yeah, I got a
Yeah.
great idea. Um, this league member had suggested this guest, and for whatever reason at that point in time wasn't ready, to receive it apparently.
Yeah.
And then last night came to my head, and hey, speaking of miracles and big magic happened. Vanessa knows big magic,
Yeah.
and it happened by putting in some action and sending out some messages and creating.
Yeah.
This person enthusiastically wanted to pick, I think, the 4th of July, which was
Oh, really?
pretty perfect for this
Yeah, it's
particular
a little
guest.
bit perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
I like this. Hugh saying, I used to believe in miracles. Today they've become great events for me and countless others. So yeah, miracles are great events. I mean, using the word miracle often in a religious sense, people will avoid it because it sounds somewhat hokey pokey and religious. But the truth is, it's a word that describes something that is worth awe, worth admiration, worth wonder. Like, how did that come about? It's like genie in the bottle. It's like you don't know the mechanics behind it, but it just is. And so trusting that whatever your idea is, whatever your vision is, that you can create it, you don't need to know the mechanics behind it.
mm-hmm.
And in a way, it's a little bit delusion. I want to talk about that delusion. You know, we get into that space of wanting to fit into society and the norms of the world, and wouldn't want anybody to think that we were weird. Like Ryan and I are two weird guys doing weird things, and people are following it. It's called the weird, I don't know, the giants and the smalls. Like
We're really weird.
that, we think, we think in our mind we can impact 100 million lives globally. Like somebody on the outside could say, you guys are delusional. And owning that delusion is what great people do. You know, you look at Elon Musk, that guy is delusional. He thinks he can go to Mars. It's fantastic, right? And he is. He's creating a way to do that. Uh, Henry Ford back in the day was delusional. He wanted to create a way of doing things that was different from the norm. I look at some of the powerful coaches in our world. Townsend Wardlaw is delusional because he's creating miracles. And people are like, you can't do that. But he's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Vanessa Browers, delusional. Sorry, Vanessa. You are amazingly delusional.
Amazingly delusional, and I
Yeah, just like
love
the
it.
rest of us. It's like
Yes.
own that delusion because
One of
that
my
delusion
favorite
is what
delusional
creates.
people ever.
I hope she's laughing.
She-
but but the idea is that yeah, you are powerful, but sometimes it take hell yes I am. There we go. It takes stepping out of the norm because we're creating something that cannot be explained. Like being willing to step into the unknown with a book that didn't exist, and pursue that idea. One could look at you from the outside and say, yeah, you're crazy. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I am crazy in that sense. So let's see. If I had asked people what they wanted, they would have told me they wanted a faster horse. Yeah, Henry Ford. Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah. What else came up for that?
I just, I've been, like I told you before, I had been on Audible, um, reading well, I'm not reading it, I'm listening to it.
Yeah,
You can't
yeah.
read it, I guess, on
Reading with
Audible,
me.
right?
It's
But
like
reading
running
big,
and running forward and
yes,
backwards at the
yeah,
same time.
because
Yeah.
who has time to read, really? Um, Not this guy anymore.
Lots
But
of people, actually.
Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. She's the author of Eat, Pray, Love, and it keeps coming up for me.
Yeah.
She talks about creation and uh, getting into creation with the universe and living beyond your fears. And such an amazing thing. If you don't have that, I highly suggest you go listen to it because, man, just getting into step with creation and that I mean, not every book, not everything that you do is going to be a number one bestseller or a top hit, but just for that opportunity in life to be able to lock arms with the universe and be supported and know that you're creating something, something of value. It might not be a number one hit, but it's something that's a miracle in creation for
Yeah.
somebody. Maybe that person's you. I loved it. It was amazing. And I've been putting it on replay because of Vanessa. She talks
Yeah.
about just repeat for an entire year.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
Wow.
one's a
See,
good
what a
one that
cool
I
idea.
this
Yeah.
one's a good one to just put on repeat and catch new things every single time.
So, yeah, beautiful. I mean, going back to the original quote by Albert Einstein, you can live as though nothing is a miracle, or you can live as though everything is a miracle. And it really, truly is up to you and your internal perception. So, how do you want to see it? I,
Hmm.
I'm choosing to see it as miraculous. I can't explain a lot of the things that happen, but they happen. They're created. I expect them now. And so I wake up in the morning, and some mornings I'm a little less efficient at it than others, but I expect miracles and they come. So go do that. Go try that on.
Well, Vanessa, you are a miracle. Hugh, you are a miracle, and we appreciate you guys and all your contributions to the world. We see you as giants, and all of you at home, we see you as giants. Go make miracles happen. You can do it or not, whatever you decide, and we support you.
You can do it. All right, guys, make it a giant day. We'll see you in the next video.
Love you too.